Hey everyone, this is the Spoon Dude back with another Making of a Custom series. My newest project, another custom Spider-Man figure, this time based on his final suit from the ending of Spider-Man No Way Home. Of course, I already have a makeshift version of this Spider-Man, where I just swapped the Marvel Legends MCU Spider-Man head onto the Mafex comic body. It's a decent approximation for the more comic-accurate suit that Tom Holland's Peter Parker makes by the end of the film, but of course, not all the details are quite correct, most notably the spider logos, and his proportions don't really scream Tom Holland. It, screams 90s Mark Bagley buff superhero. I've seen suggestions to resculpt the logos on the figure to get a more proper, figure of the No Way Home suit, but even ignoring that still wouldn't fix the proportions, I don't want to permanently customize this figure since it's the only copy I have of this Mafex comic Spider-Man. So we're just gonna put him aside for now. No, for a proper custom, I'm turning to the Mafex Far From Home Spider-Man. Which I might add, I actually have two of, so even if I customize this one, I'll still have an original Far From Home Spider-Man left intact. And of course, given that this figure is based on Spider-Man from Far From Home, he's already an MCU Spider-Man, so he has the right proportions, the right mask, and some of the right details to make a No Way Home version. But why have I decided to make this custom now? I've had these parts since even before No Way Home came out. This is the part where I give a shout out to @ToysYamakawa on Instagram, whose own Spider-Man No Way Home custom inspired me to try my take on it. They're super talented and have some really fantastic work, so I highly recommend giving them a follow. I'll make the link to their Instagram available in the description. Looking at the details of the Spider-Man No Way Home final suit, the texture of the blue sections as well as how the red parts are laid out are pretty reminiscent of the Far From Home version of the Spider-Man costume. This is another reason that the Mafex Far From Home Spider-Man figure is a good starting point. Of course, the arms won't work as is, since the final suit continues the red down to the arms just like a classic comic book Spider-Man design, whereas of course the Far From Home, the red stops just at the shoulders. Luckily, there's another Mafex Spider-Man that does have the red sections on his arms, the Homecoming Spider-Man. These would be good to go, except the Homecoming suit has the additional black striping that's not really accurate to the No Way Home final suit. And then in addition to that, you also get the big old web shooters on his wrists. Now, I'm not going to use the arms on this particular Homecoming Spider-Man because I want to still have his figure intact. Luckily, I do have another set of the exact same arms, since I had an extra Homecoming Spider-Man that I used for a Miles Morales custom. Viewers on my channel might recognize this figure. Now, this figure I have no issue sacrificing for fodder and spare parts, since I already have a better official version of a Spider-Verse Miles Morales. I swapped the arms from the bicep down, including the shoulder joints from the Miles custom. You'll notice he doesn't have hands. I can't use the hands that I had on my Miles custom, but luckily I did manage to salvage red wrist joints from the Mafex Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure that I had previously used for another custom. And now I'm repurposing these wrist joints once again for a newer custom of mine. And this way I'm able to keep the import style wrist articulation, and conveniently these wrist joints can fit the hands from other Mafex Spider-Man figures that have red hands. And that's all the kit bashing for the figure. There's still quite a bit of work to go. Even though the Homecoming arms give me the sculpted webs, I still have to get rid of some of the detailing to be completely accurate. Anyways, thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Stay tuned for the next part as I continue customizing the No Way Home Spider-Man. Thanks for watching.